could y'all imagine? Matter of fact, let's do Nick Cannon. All right. Imagine Nick Cannon on one of these panels and whatnot, and Nick Cannon is pretty much for the most part calling her everything but a bitch, but a cunt. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be like seeing Nick Cannon say, now listen, Sherry, I know you're not up here with that big old back and them 4 kids at home by 5 different men. I know that's not you right there. Talking about you want to wrap up the show. I know that you're not up there with that cock-sided wig. Talking about you wrapping up the show. You need to lose by about 198 pounds before you could talk to me like that. I ain't just second. I ain't just second and a half baby daddy. I'm at the 1.5 baby daddy. That would be like a dude saying some shit like that. That would be like Nick Cannon. Now Sherry's an imaginary person, but Sherry do sound big. Let's keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, who gonna speak on your behalf? Matter of fact, hold on. I got my hair done. Use that gun.
Tonight I want to see you use that gun.
Use that gun, baby.
We always ask, when should a parent be held responsible for their children's behavior, whether it's at school, tantrum at Walmart, whatever. Let's flip the lens. There's a difference between the parent mourning a child lost to violence and the one silently praying because their child pulled the trigger. To continue to see the show and support Black media, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Truth Talk Live, where you can catch us every night at 8 p.m. EST and at 11 p.m. EST. Support Black media at Cash App's Truth Talks Live or on any of the links on your screen. Get your Truth Talks membership today. Click here on the screen and you can choose from 3 different exciting tiers. Black media is under attack and this show is being shadow banned, so support us by telling a friend to tell a friend. Check us out every...
I think it's ain't getting shadow banned, just not lit. That's all that shit is. You ain't getting shadow banned? What are you talking about? Shadow ban is crazy.
Night at 8 p.m. See you next time on our channel.
Good night, y'all.
With her, she told me she had 3 degrees, and I said, what schools did she go to? A lot of people are saying stuff like that. What school did she go to? Did she actually finish a doctorate? Did she actually...
All right. So Toure, again, this is what I'm saying. Like, you need different... All right, these glasses are not for this conversation. He maybe should have took the glasses off, right? But one thing I am going to say about Toure is this. Now, Toure is a cool guy. I don't see that, all right, dude. He's been in the media for years. He's going viral a lot of times in the 2010s and whatnot. Specifically with that interview with him and R. Kelly, where he was kind of like short R. Kelly some bail, and he's like, I think he's asking R. Kelly about like the age of his friends, or does he have friends who are 19 years old? At the time, again, we're in the Me Too movement and whatnot. These just aren't things that sound the best for a guy that's older. And on top of that, with your allegations, not even allegations, nigga, there's video out there of you peeing on a minor. That is crazy, fam. Everybody to get their rap on.
So everybody go get your rap on.
Goddamn,
I did the whole show in Chicago with the bean out.
The bean out, nigga. First time going over there, right? But this is where that liberal way of being, where again, like, this is how liberal men always find themselves in a situation where they wind up being disrespected and they're not ready to meet disrespect with disrespect, and they don't know what to say. Because during the whole interaction and whatnot, Toure is trying to be a gentleman, trying to be professional. You know what I mean? And you also got to kind of see the dynamics that lead us to where we are today, with Black women being the least married in that interaction. Because again, we're not seeing what made you blow up like that. And again, obviously y'all weren't having a confrontation. Obviously he didn't say anything that crazy, because if that was the case, you would hear her speaking to the point that he made. I don't know. Obviously she was mad and whatnot, right? But anyway, so now we have Toure in the after moment or after the fact, trying to get his get back. Which again, ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, he has his own platform. It's a great opportunity to make some content and make some money and whatnot, right? But a lot of black men, a lot of y'all niggas, let me go ahead and get big on screen real quick, and I'm gonna go back on screen. A lot of you black men especially if you're like a decent guy and you're like a gentleman, right? And you consider yourself to be like, no, it's not really progressive, but you know, someone who's cultured and well married and whatnot, right? You have it in your mind that you think that, again, I'm not saying to be rude or it's ever time to be rude or be a piece of shit. But what you have to understand is that you guys are operating on two different levels and you're doing two different things. And what you gotta understand is that you're having also two different conversations. You're trying to impress her or trying to say, all right, you think, all right, boom. If I'm a gentleman, if I treat her with respect and whatnot, it's going to be a two-way street. And black men have yet to understand that whenever you dealing with Keisha, all right, you need to deal with how she deal with you. You have to prove yourself as being a good dude first before she treats you with any kind of respect a lot of times. And that's just how you got to treat it. So that way, if things go left and whatnot, you deal with it more accordingly, and also you're able to have more of a you're able to express yourself better in the moment. Because again, when you're not ready for confrontation, of course you're not gonna say anything fly, or of course you're gonna kind of feel like, damn, I wasn't really. You're not gonna be really in the moment, because you know he probably was surprised and shocked that she was doing that shit. Because we hadn't really seen her act out like this before. This is acting out like cursing at him, threatening him, and so many words threat. Because again, if a dude said, You need to calm that down and lower your voice when you effing talking to me and this and that. And now, mind you, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant didn't do a nickel nowhere. We don't know about your gang affiliation. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant was talking like she was Jay Prince Jr. She act like she Jay Prince's son. All right. But hey, you know what? She did say her daddy had street ties and whatnot. Whenever you hear people talk about having a daddy or having like direct lineage to niggas in the street, that's usually a sign that you are speaking to a grifter. This is not someone who says, you know what, my daddy might have been in the street, but I'm going to go legit. Nah, absolutely not. So here we are. Once again, now we're having a conversation. Now the community has had enough of Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She's going full Keisha. So couldn't find out you was the narc the whole time. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that the way she's going at him, that is the black female brand of narcissism, where she feel like, yo, how dare you, you piece of shit? You are beneath me. You're the gum in the bottom of my shoe. Listen, like to this day, my son mother still would try to like talk to me like I'm nothing, as if I've accomplished nothing. I'm not hitting on nothing. There's no respect. She just has no respect for me. Like none. You know what I mean? Like in her mind, right? She really felt like, all right, well, boom. When I first like stopped making this much money, like it was a lot going on at one time, right? And like in her mind, she thinks that, oh, you not doing as well as you was before, or you don't got it how you used to have it. Rather than say, all right, well, boom, he always held me down, and we always had a good rapport, and he never said nothing out the way to me when times was tough for me and whatnot, and also because signs always come through. No. No. But a part of that is because in the mind of a narcissist, it's uncomfortable. Anything that makes them, like gratitude makes them feel vulnerable. But in order to have a good, happy life, you have to have gratitude and the willingness to sacrifice and the willingness to resolve. That's a part of maturity too. A lot of these problems come from you have not grown the fuck up. But going back to the black female brand of narcissism, in their mind, in that moment, right, there is no wrong. And you know how we know it's cultural, and you know how we know it's real? Again, the host ain't say shit. Ain't say nothing. AC gonna point this out too. The host ain't say nothing. There was no, all right, that's enough. No one ever stopped it. She stopped on her own. She stopped when she was good and ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop when she was good and ready.
Chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little.
You know what I'm saying?